we have the current stock market update for Super Micro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials helpful with your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, what we're looking at currently is the 1 hour price chart. Every candle on this price chart represents a 1 hour trading period. And we do need to sort of take a step back and look at this chart a bit more broadly. We have been looking at shorter term timeframes here recently with this stock because we're trying to identify whether or not the stock has actually found a bottom. And we were looking at the shorter term timeframes in order to accomplish this. But as we can see here, there was a major news release last night from the Wall Street Journal showing that there will be some DOJ probes, some Department of Justice probes in the United States that will be connected to the accusations of accounting manipulation that have been directed at this company. So, for the most part, it looked like Supermicro might be out of the woods or away from this problem a bit, and we were starting to see some stabilization here in share prices. But that most of that was based on the fact that the information that we were receiving previously came from a short seller. These are people that have a vested interest in, betting against a stock, releasing reports, highlighting negatives about companies, and then shorting that stock at the same time. So, there is a clear vested interest there, and the market was starting to, sort of ignore that story a bit. Put it back in the rearview mirror and move on a bit here. But this recent report from the Wall Street Journal, which is one of the few new reputable news organizations that's still left, in my opinion, and they do have a very heavy financial centering. It's a financial publication primarily, and they did release this report last night saying that the Department of Justice, the DOJ, is going to be, really has Supermicro in its crosshairs at this point, and they are going to be investigating this company. So the effect on the stock has been dramatic, as we can see here. Share prices were really beginning to stabilize here. I mean, we really were starting to see evidence that share prices could continue to move higher. But a fundamental news event like this really does throw all of that out the window because that's not really something that you can see in a price chart. So currently what we're dealing with here is a new low coming in at 382.32. And we can just look at this price chart here to see why that is so critical. For quite a while now, we have been looking at this 382.88 support zone as a possible bottom for this stock, and it was really starting to look like that was going to be the case. This would be the price low from sort of the beginning of September, and this recent report here has just completely thrown hot water on all of that. This is a major development here, and share prices have now broken through those support zones at 382.88. So, this is really going to complicate matters here because this is going to be quite difficult now to actually identify a proper bottom in this trend wave movement to the downside. We really don't know how far, the extent to which this investigation is going to, be probing or watching. We don't know how long this is going to go on. We don't know what types of developments they're going to uncover, what different pieces of evidence they're going to uncover. I mean, this throws a huge element of uncertainty now back onto this stock when it was just starting to look like, things were going to start stabilizing here and start to move higher. But as I said, I mean, this is just not the type of thing. I mean, this is a legal matter, and it's now at the Department of Justice. So there really wasn't any indication that this was going to be happening before, and this is the type of thing that really can take the market by surprise, especially when you're dealing with a stock that's as volatile as Supermicro Computer. As we know, I mean, this stock can really move sharply in both directions. So this is a major development here, and this is going to make it very difficult now to start to trade this stock because we really don't know where this is going at this point. So, as I said, this near-term low comes in at 382.32. We break through that prior low at 382.88, and now this major resistance zone is currently being seen. We did have a marginally higher high here. I should change this number. We did see a break of that sideways trading range, and this is going to be the new resistance now. So it comes in at 484.46. So I need to change this here. 484.46 is now the major level of resistance to the top side, and this is important too because you've got a couple of technical signals here in the same area. Specifically, you have this 200-hour exponential moving average. Remember, this is the hourly price chart. So this blue line here is going to be the 200-hour exponential moving average, and prices failed right there. I mean, we were ready to start to see a break above that level, which would have been a major technical break to the top side. That would have been a very strong signal. And then it would have suggested that we now have the possibility to start refilling this gap. I mean, just as the stock was ready to start regaining its footing, now we get this major news story from the Wall Street Journal. So this is a major development here. And this is a dangerous stock to be trading for the most part, because it is a highly volatile stock. I think people probably know that when they get into this stock, because, if we just look at the broader time frames here, just quickly, we can see that, there are some major price movements here this year. I mean, this stock has been a hurricane in both directions this year. We've seen these major upside price movements coming in from roughly, below $300 per share, is where we started the year. I mean, we were really, let's get the first trade here. Yeah, I mean, January 2nd. Yeah, I mean, we're still trading at, below 290. And then here we see this massive price movement higher into the upward direction coming in at 1229. I mean, these are major price differences in a very short period of time. That high posted at the beginning of March. So you're talking about 2 months here. This stock went from roughly just below 290 to 1229 in 2 months. And then you start to see these trend waves lower. And now you've got these fundamental, these legal probes that are being directed at this company. And Supermicro just can't seem to catch a break here. I mean, this is a very negative development, because we really don't know, how long this will go on. We don't know what type of evidence they're going to find at the Department of Justice. We don't know what types of consequences there are going to be if they do uncover evidence of accounting manipulation. I mean, this really throws a huge wrench in the works. And really all we can say at this point is that resistance levels come in at 484. It doesn't look like this level is going to be tested here near term. This is really going to depend on what type of evidence they uncover and what types of consequences there are going to be if the Department of Justice unveils evidence of wrongdoing. So this is a stock we're going to have to be watching here very closely. We've seen a break to new lows here, and this is probably the downward momentum is probably not done just yet. So here's the current stock market update for Supermicro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.